So we have the newspapers in the studio. We would want to look at some of them. We start with the Daily Graphic. It has on the front page, Rent Act under review, tenants to pay only 1 month advance. And I hope this will become very much enforceable. It's the most important thing for all the legislations we have. The things we have, the laws, we don't often tend to enforce them. And so it means that the landlords have always been taking advantage of tenants. We go elsewhere in many countries, you don't pay 2 years in advance, but this one too also means that you could be evicted anytime. The landlord can say pay only 1 month, and the next time somebody comes with a higher rent package, he says that please leave. That's a difficulty too. We'll see how it's implemented and how the regulation is undertaken. We also have Postal Packets and Communications Bill oppressive legislation, according to the Ghana Bar Association. And I would want to read the story in gist. And you go to page 16 of the paper, the Daily Graphic, it's there. It says the Ghana Bar Association has described the Postal Packets and Communications Bill in its current form as an oppressive piece of legislation. It has therefore cautioned against passing it in its current form, as the law could lend itself to some constitutional challenge. And it goes around to state it in a statement that some of the sections which it feels are very much oppressive and prohibitive. We also have on page 17 a story attributed to the vice presidential candidate of the NPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who has opined that the ultimate measure of the success of every government is its ability to create jobs. And then we also have the Lodina Foundation supporting the Ampoma school children. But also on the front page of the graphic is woman 19 stabs man 23 to death over 1 Ghana cities. We have boarding institutions or boarding students in deprived districts to enjoy free education according to the president. And on the back page, we also have Hearts Right On, All Stars Hold Dreams, Kotoko Loser Break Home. So those are the stories we have. Now let's look at the Daily Guide. It has on the front page 70 million pounds cocaine baron marries Wampus daughter. You have a picture there of David McDermott, who is also known as David Smith, and apparently married to the daughter of the Central Bank of Ghana. This has gained a lot more prominence the last 3, 4, 5 days in the various UK newspapers, which have also been picked up lately. We've had a statement also issued by the Central Bank governor. Leave out my wife, says Standogbe. Bobo Kala is dead. Again, may so rest in peace. We heard that over the weekend. We know how he's been able to entertain us over the years. I should say that he did well in doing so, but also meeting this very tragic death. On the front page of the Chronicle, NDC hates women, says Ursula Usu. Well, no tears for AG over women's acquittal, and then Bob Okala kicks the bucket. Those are the stories we have on the front page of the Chronicle. On the front page of the BNFT, banks too exposed to BDCs, according to Frank Edu. The story is on page 3 of the paper, the BNFT, and I shall read, and as I goes. It says that the managing director of Cow Bank, Frank Edu Jr., has said that banks will continue to face difficulties or difficult times for at least the next couple of years as a result of their exposure to the bulk oil distribution companies. It says the BDCs have a challenge in that they owe the bank so much money, and now the banks are no longer doing letters of credit to the BDC sector. This obviously is a big chunk of revenue wiped out. A lot of the banks play in that sector, which is why non-performing loans have gone up across the board, and it is not going to be easy in recovering these NPLs. And so because those companies have defaulted, they have to recover their businesses, their revenues, to be able to pay the banks in that process. And we also have on the front page of the BNFT, job scare holds back returnees, and UNB present full scholarship to overall best 2015 was a student, a former student of Wegehe. as it is. Crescent Africa sues EcoBank Nigeria PLC. Back page, we have Access Bank launches Get Paid Any Day campaign for salaried workers. First Allied hosts strategic session for senior managers, and ARCCU adults uniform. It's the Axim Road Cooperative Credit Union. If you're watching us, a very good morning to you staff out there. I see your outfit is very beautiful. Yeah, I should say it's beautiful. On the front page of the Finder, we have Tallow suspends crude oil lifting. Production drops to 40,000 barrels per day. Faulty gadget on FPSO Kwame Nkrumah. And then we have Ghana Bar Association Shred Spy Bill. You have a picture there of the president of the Ghana Bar Association, Benson Nuchukui. And those are the stories we have on the front page of the Finder. We also have busted British drug baron arrested after 3 years on the run. According to the stories on the British newspapers, they said he had been living like an African king on the plush Bema Hills in Ghana's capital, Accra. Yeah, living like an African king. He's not an African though, but it was, I'm sure the last 3 years he was living good, living large, I should say, in that parlance. Finance officer faces prosecution for stealing 64,555 Ghana cedis. Bobo Kala passes away. Petroleum exploration to start at Cape 3 Points. On the back page, Hearts whip Bachim to go top. Hey, Accra folk, talk about doing wonders in the current Ghana Premier League we have. A very wonderful wonders as it is. Chelsea worsened Kotoko's plight. My team was whipped 2-0. Talk about Chelsea in England. We were wiped away, being ousted from the FA Cup in England by Everton. But you get a lot more details from Sports, which will be coming up next. So those are the stories we have on the front of the back pages for the various stories we have. And so that's what we're going to have for now. We have to take a break. When we come back, we'll do a lot more sports.